Okay guys, so we are under the Volkswagen. So if you remember the list that I showed you, the list with all the codes, I looked it up. All of these 700 codes, I think this one might be also related. All these codes are transmission related. Basically what they're saying is that there's some problem with some shift solenoid doesn't work and whatever. But what I noticed that all of them, what they have all in common is that even though it says the shift solenoid isn't working, all of the codes also say to add oil. So that's like a common denominator between all of them. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is checking the oil levels in the transmission and adding oil levels. So this is a manual transmission, and therefore there's no dipstick. So the way to check it is you have to open the filler plug and fill for the oil. Right here, I already had the camera set up to it. Right here is your filler plug, and down there, right here, is your drain. So what we're going to do is open up the fill plug to check the oil levels. This requires a Torx T55 bit. It's a big star. I got it on. We're gonna pull this bad boy off real quick. Okay, there is a problem. This thing is seriously stripped down. Yeah. This thing's destroyed. That's not good. Worst thing is, this is the only way you could fill it is through this. And it turns out the bolt is stripped. This is why I don't like to work on cars that somebody's already been working on. Because, man, it's tough. What I have to do is extract this bolt now because it's not coming out. Okay guys, so here's how to check the oil level. What you do, use the finger, I'm going to use the pinky, put it in and feel down. And the tip of my finger, if you look at the tip right here, it's dry. There's some oil on here, but the actual tip is dry. And if I feel in, there my tips, I got the tip oiled. I have to actually reach quite in, so you know your level's good when it's literally right on the rim. Since mine is not there, I'm gonna have to add oil, which is what we're gonna do next. So I called the dealership and they gave me basically the part number I needed. Except the only problem is it was too expensive. I got like the real stuff right here. When I called the dealership, they told me it was gonna be like $36 a quart. Actually, they sell it by the liter, so $36 per liter, which is a little bit more than a quart, but it's still a lot. So I went online, I found this stuff even cheaper than at the dealership. So this is what we're gonna use. This is like made in Germany. This is the stuff you can get at the dealership. I got it for a fraction of the price. So what we're gonna do right now is just top off the transmission. So another thing, make sure you have your bolt ready, because man, when you're gonna basically I'm gonna get it to the point where I have it seeping out, because then I'll know it'll be fine. There we go. We got oil. So I added about, I don't know, what, 1, 2, 3, 300 milliliters. Actually, a little bit more, almost 400 milliliters. So almost half a quart. I don't know how it converted. Almost about half a quart, I think, of oil. So we're a little low, but it makes a difference. When I was showing you how to remove the bolt, I mentioned that it's probably a Torx bit. The one they sent me is a hex. And I don't know, it looks like it might be a Torx. I don't know, the worn out one. It looks like it might be a Torx. But I'm going to be, for this one, it's a hex. Size 10 hex. I looked up the Torx specs. Torx specs said it should be about 22 pounds. But this is what people are saying online. I couldn't find the real torque specs for this, so we're gonna just torque it down to 22 foot-pounds and call it good. Okay, got that on, and there you go. All that's left is to put the hose back on that I took off and put the cover on, but that's all. I checked the oil level, I added the fluid, we are golden now.